So this is going to be probably a very controversial pick, but I'm picking Sugar Sean O'Malley to beat Aljamain Sterling. Now, don't get me wrong, Aljamain Sterling is quite honestly could be the bantamweight GOAT, especially with a win here. You know, he's got, I think he broke he broke the record for most consecutive bantamweight title defenses. You know, Cejudo, Dillashaw, Jan, Sandhagen, all really good wins. Like, he's on a massive streak. But I think Sugar Sean O'Malley's going to win this. And I get on paper, this is like a stylistically nightmare matchup for Sugar Sean O'Malley. But I think he's going to get this one done. Like, honestly, I think he's going to get it done. So, you know, Sterling is a big guy. He's 34 years old. And I think he's the weight, like, he said that this is probably going to be his last fight at bantamweight. Which, you know, that just means these weight cuts are getting way too hard on him. And people know when you cut a lot of weight and the weight cuts don't go that well for you, that the most important detail when it comes to cutting weight and everything is your chin suffers from weight cutting. And when you're depleting yourself that much, your chin suffers. And we've seen Aljamain Sterling get knocked out before. Obviously, it was a fucking head kick from Marlon Moraes, which is, you know, fair enough. You know, not many people are going to be able to take that. But we've seen him get dropped by Peter Yan in that fight. You know, he's been rocked quite a few times, and I think Sugar Sean might be the most powerful guy, or at least like his mix of power and technique are just I don't know, too deadly. Like, Peter Yan is pretty durable. So what's it called? Sugar Sean not KOing him, you know, it's not like a big deal. That, you know, Jan's pretty durable, but I think Sterling's less durable than Jan. I don't think that's a controversial thing to say. Like, he's been rocked quite a lot. But yeah, these weight cuts are getting worse and worse for Aljo. And he's stepping in there pretty quickly after the Cejudo fight, which was in May. So 3 months ago, that's a pretty quick turnaround. And we already know these weight cuts are hard. So I think that he's just going to be so depleted in there that I think Sugar Sean... I'm going to stop calling him Sugar Sean. What am I calling him by his fucking nickname? Sean O'Malley, I think, is going to catch him. Now, don't get me wrong, stylistically, Sterling should be a pretty tough matchup for him. But a lot of people don't realize about Sean getting taken down by Peter Yan. Peter Yan is like a fucking good wrestler. When in the first Sterling fight, Peter Yan was the one who was the wrestler. He took down Aljo 7 times and he fucking stuffed 16 takedowns. Like, Peter Yan is a really good wrestler. It's actually a really underrated part of his game. And also with that, Peter Yan's got a threat on the feet. You know, he's a really good boxer and powerful. He's a finisher. Fucking hell, what do I keep calling that? Sean O'Malley doesn't have to deal with that threat, you know, on the feet like he did with Peter Yan. Like, Aljo's not powerful. He's got really unorthodox striking, but he's not like a real powerful guy. He's never knocked anybody down or anything like that. And I think Sean showed to be pretty durable in that Peter Yan fight. And I didn't actually think that Yan fight was a robbery. I thought that was actually really close and it could have gone to Sugar Sean. Oh, fuck, I'm just gonna keep calling him Sugar Sean. But yeah, I think Sean O'Malley won that fight against Yan. It was a close one, but like, still, he's, you know, he's like, stylistically, that is a tough fight for him. Peter Yan is like a striker against Peter Yan is always going to be tough. Like, a grappler is where Yan's going to have harder matchups. But, you know, the fact that Sean O'Malley managed to win that was pretty impressive. And he's had pretty much a year to train for Aljamain Sterling. Like, he's just been drilling grappling defense, probably been watching so much Aljo tape. Like, I don't know, this just seems like everything is set up for Sean O'Malley to win this fight. Now, his takedown defense against Yan wasn't too bad, but also we got to factor in he did grab the fence. Like, that's just a fact. He grabbed the fence a lot. But Peter Yan is like, he's not a bad fucking grappler by any means. Like, I don't know. I just think Sean O'Malley's going to get this done. Like, I could be completely wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. Stylistically, Aljo is a tough matchup for him. But also, another thing I got to factor in is Aljo gasses. Uh, like maybe not recently. I think he slowed down a little bit against Cejudo, but not as badly. But I think Sean will mix up body attacks, probably teep at him. I know it's dangerous because Aljo could maybe get his leg or something. But I think Sean can outlast Aljo, especially if he can keep it standing, work his body, and with these weight cuts and everything, the cardio doesn't get better. Like your cardio gets worse. So I think we're going to see Aljo slow down in this fight, and then he's going to get clipped and finished by Sean O'Malley. Now this is a fucking hot take and a half, and if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be surprised because Aljo is a beast. Aljo is arguably the bantamweight goat. Like you can't even fucking like disagree with that anymore. He's on a run and a half. He's beaten everybody. But I just think Sean O'Malley's so dangerous for him. Like I don't think Aljo's really dealt with a longer guy. Like he's got like a 2 centimeter reach advantage against Aljo too, I believe. Like his last fight was against Henry Cejudo, who's like a short former flyweight. And Cejudo was landing shots on him. I get that Cejudo's a really good wrestler and everything, but still he was able to land a lot of good shots on him. And I know Cejudo's also a good striker and everything, but that long style that Sean O'Malley's got, none of the guys that Aljo's fought have like the reach that Sean O'Malley does. Even Corey Sandhagen's got a smaller reach than Aljo. So I don't know. I just think that Sean O'Malley's striking style is like going to be trouble for Aljo, and especially with him probably being really depleted, just because these weight cuts are getting harder. He's getting older. I don't know. I just think Sean O'Malley gets this one done, and I'll say he has to finish this. But maybe if Aljo slows down, maybe he could just put a beating on him. But I don't know. I'm just sensing that Sean O'Malley's going to get this one done, just by KO. Now, honestly, it's a fucking hot take and a half, and I get that. But I don't know. Something's just telling me that he's going to catch him because we've seen Aljo get hurt quite a lot, and he's taken a decent amount of damage. It's not like he's fucking taken a shit ton of damage, but I don't know. We've seen him get rocked quite a bit, being knocked down. I don't think Aljo's the most durable guy, and I think if Sean can land like one of them good, fast, punches, I think he can. I think he can knock him out. But I guess we'll find out what happens. But I don't know. I think Sean's gonna get this one done. But it's a hot take and a half, I know. But I guess we'll see what happens. I'm pumped for this fight though. If Sean O'Malley wins, then he's probably not gonna be champion for long. Especially if he fights Merab. Merab's like, I don't know, stylistically, is like the hardest matchup on paper for him. So if he can beat Aljo and Merab back to back, then that would be insane. But I don't think that happens. But I think Sean O'Malley beats Aljo here. But Aljo's a beast, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. But I'm leaning towards Sean O'Malley for this one. But I guess we'll find out what happens. But it should be a good one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.